Hello everyone, my name is Joy and I'm going to talk on web services. Web services uses the Apache Tomcat server. It is configured to run on local host, although this can be easily changed. Now this is WebGoat web's page, and once you click on your start WebGoat, it displays your lab environment for WebGoat. And on your left side you can see the 4 problems we're going to be discussing. Okay, now web services communicate through the use of SOAP requests. These requests are submitted to a web service in an attempt to execute a function defined in the web service definition language. Now, the first thing we want to discuss, which is the first problem, is the creating a SOAP request. That is our first task. Now, in creating a SOAP request, our goal is to try to connect to the WSDL with a browser or a web service tool. And how we're going to be able to do that? We've clicked on create a SOAP request. Now we want to open the definition language file, which is below, to check for the number of operations that are in the file. Click on it and you want to look out for this blog where you have WSDL port type blog. You'll find all your various operations in there, then we'll count. So let's scroll through it. Now if you scroll down, or probably just type in and find it, you'll see all your operations. The first one will be get first name. You have your get last name operation, then you have get credit card, then you have get login count. Altogether we have 4 operations. That completes our first stage. Now that takes us to stage 2. Stage 2 of our create a SOAP request, we want to find the data type of the get first name. Now once you scroll down through your file, you find out the data type used here is of type int. So you just copy and paste it in your web page. Int, submit, and that completes our stage 2. Now the next stage takes us to what we call the process of intercepting the request and invoke any method by sending a valid SOAP request for a valid account. Now how do we do this? We want to be able to do this by first of all download and install a web security application testing tool called WebScrap. Now this serves as a proxy to intercept and allows people to alter web browsers, web requests, and even web server replies. You can download this online or in my templates below after this lesson. Now let's assume I've downloaded this, so just apply my proxy with my web page. Now your interface of the WebScrap looks like this. You can see your web service, your proxy, your manual requests, your messages, even your summary. But remember, we are interested in the operation get first name. That is what we want to get. Now click on it and just put in your ID 101. Then once you do that, execute it, fill in the credentials, access to the website. You want to use guest as first time. And once you type in your guest for both username and password, click OK, and it will generate the first name. So Joe is the first name we're going to use. That is the user we want to add. Now the next stage, you want to repeat the same process for the last name. So apply your proxy and go back to your interface for your WebScrap. Then click on last name, get last name, fill in your ID 101. Then it will automatically generate second name. So Joe Snow is the name of the user we want to get information of. Okay, and that settles your first problem, create a SOAP request. That's basically for create a SOAP request. Now the next problem we're going to discuss is the WSDL scanning. Now once you click on it, it displays 3 parameters: the first name, last name, and login count. But remember, we had 4 operations. Now the goal of this is that we want to be able to test the data entry. Okay, now because we have one more request left, one operation left, go back to our file and get through the one we left out, which is the get login, no, get first name. Okay, sorry, get login count and get credit card. Sorry. So now what we want to do to be able to do this, we want to open our Tamper data add-on. You know, we've used it before in our earlier labs, subsequently in the class. Now once you open it, where you have your get first name, just paste get credit card, and that will automatically generate your Tamper is on. It will automatically generate your credit card number. As you can see below, your credit card numbers is there, and that settles your second problem, which is your WSDL scanning. Now the third task is going to be our web service SACS injection. Now note that some web interfaces make use of web services in the background. If the front end relies on the web service for all input validation, it may be possible to corrupt the XML that the web interface sends. Now our goal here is to try to change the password for a user other than 101. That is what we want to change. The person obviously has a password, but we want to change the password to what we want it to be. Okay, so now with this code we generated by clicking on web service SACS injection, we're going to alter the code with the URL up above. So we're going to use test as our password for now, and in the URL just paste it, the code in there. Once you paste it there, you have where you have the password, take this away from here and put it on the other side here. Okay, then put that as evil for now. You can use anything, by the way. Then you want to copy the ID where you have your 101 ID and place it just in between right here. Once you paste it there, then you can copy, change, remember to change it to 102. That's the number one to use as ID, and copy the old URL now. Now just click on go. Once you click go, it refreshes your Tamper data on, okay, and refresh it again and takes you to your dialog box where you have your test. Just paste the old URL that you copied into it. Scroll through and be sure it's completely copied. At the beginning, you should have the password you use as test, so you can see, then your password, and takes you down. You have evil at the end. Now click OK, and automatically congratulates you, succeeded completing the task, web SACS service injection. And you can see below here you have changed the password of 102 to evil, and even the extension of the URL, you have it as string evil here. Okay, congratulations. So now that takes us to task 4. Now in task 4, we want to check the web service description language, that is our WSDL file, and try to obtain customer credit card, multiple customer credit card. Actually, that is our goal. Okay, now note you will not see the results returned to the screen when you believe you have succeeded. Just refresh the page and look for the green star. Okay, all right, so click on your file, open it. We're also going to use our web scrap here. Set your proxy. Remember, our web scrap interface is the same, doesn't change. Look for the file that has the extension SQL injection. That is what you choose, and it appears straight on your URL. Now come back to it and get credit card. Don't forget to put your 101 password and extend it, or 1 equal to 1. So that's what we want to use. Remember, we want to generate multiple credit card, and once you execute it, you automatically see all the credit cards that has been generated. Wow, this sounds good. So with all this credit card belonging to different people, you can access anybody's account, right? Now that's your URL, and go back to your web page. Remember, you don't see congratulations, you've succeeded in this lesson. You have to refresh the page and your green star will appear. Okay, so that's it on web service SQL injection, and that's all for web service. We talked about create a SOAP request, we talked about WSDL scanning, we talked about web service SACS injection and web service SQL injection. Thank you so much. I hope you enjoyed the lesson. Bye.